Your pastor is a spiritual father. In fact, the most respected father in your life. What they say, we always take as a message from God. Imagine you wake up in the morning and your pastor is telling you that God spoke to me. God spoke to me last night and he was showing me that you're going to have this and that and that. But what God is saying that we need fasting and prayers 1 week. Hi, welcome again. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about something here that is so sensitive, but I hope that those who are going to watch it can get or grab something out of it. This is a video meant for women, especially those women who are in a very committed relationship. You are married, you are someone's fiancé, you're planning to get married in the future, and you have some men in your life. These group of men that I'm going to talk about, you have to be very, very, very careful when you are handling this kind of men. I know, yeah, I can see that pressure. Forget about the women first and let's just talk about men. Number one category of the men that you have to be very, very careful with are your doctor. You know, if you have a doctor, a male doctor, who is in your life as a woman, and you see, doctors might even be knowing you better than your man knows you. Because, you know, doctors have the permission to look at you in very different angles. And you can be sick from every part and angle of your body. So the doctors have access to everything. And they are permitted because that's their profession. But you see, sometimes if you don't have some boundaries, if you don't have some principles that guide you in front of these people, you might find yourself at the receiving end. I'm not saying that doctors are bad, and I don't want to, you know, cause mayhem or noise or maybe some triggering points between women and male doctors, but I'm just saying that in every profession, there are those who went for money, but there are those who went for a purpose. Like they had the heart, the guts, the hopes, the love to do that job. But there are those who are just there to have money. So you have to understand that. So be very careful with the doctors. Number two, your pastor. I know you're now looking at my face directly. Yes, I'm talking about that, your pastor. The one that you just met today after the church service. Yeah, I'm not saying pastors are bad. I love my pastor so much and I know that he's a good man. But you see, these days in this generation where we are speaking here, you've had so many things that are happening outside there. Not everyone that is in this profession or that is in this ministry is a true minister of the Word of God. So being closer to them is not a bad thing. But when you see some signs that suggest, don't wait until something happens, move. The Kenyans say, you kemboi, you run very fast and get out of it. And I'm always telling people this. Even a mother who's listening and you have a daughter who's past 16 years old, stop sending these, you know, children to your pastor's home, like to go and wash, go and cook for them, you know, go and stay there cleaning their houses, unless they are going in a group. You know, we're not going to trust everybody. We're not going to trust everybody. And sometimes it is better to prevent than to try looking for a medicine to cure. Number three, lecturers, mentors, coaches like myself, trainers, those your male trainers, those your male lecturers, those your male mentors, those your male coaches, those, you know, any figure of a male personality that has got space with you alone, you must be very careful on how you handle them. There has to be some boundaries. There is time to joke, there's times to go wild, but you want to go wild, you want to joke, understanding and knowing where the red line is so that you don't cross it. You are going to your lecturer's office. Where do you sit? What do you talk about? How far do you allow him to shake your hand? How far do you allow him to look sometimes lecturers are going to look at you and they're assuming that, they are very angry. They are looking at you from top to down like you dressed improperly or you dressed properly. But inside them, there is something. Be careful about these people. Last but not least, your besties, your boyfriend's friend. Do you know, I am a man and I know that 90% of boyfriend's friends out there are really waiting for that opportunity for, something to happen within that relationship that is so adorable and so sweet. You see that your boyfriend, you see that guy that is walking with your boyfriend, the one that sometimes calls you and you call, and if you're not so careful about him, he could be the reason for your breakup soon. Men, as I said in some videos back there, don't befriend ladies just like that. And this is something that is debatable. Women will come here, no, most of my friends are male. Women can try. In fact, women can be friends with male without having anything in their head. A woman can have 10 male friends and she has nothing to do with, anything related to sexual advances or whatsoever. But all these 10 men are only waiting for an opportunity. That's how we were created. Men were created as hunters. And a hunter can be somewhere looking at a gazelle or looking at an antelope. The antelope might see the hunter, and the hunter has no hook, he's got no dog, he's just walking around. He won't hunt, right? But in his heart, he's saying that one day when I have my dog, when I have my arrow, when I have, I'll hunt you down. Because already he knows where the antelope lives. So those besties you are keeping, it's not bad. And I'm saying, personally as a coach, what I say is the moment you find a man who is very, very committed in a relationship with you, the best thing you can do is to start removing those besties from your life. Because the truth is, my sister, before you find a very active and committed man, men will not even talk about dating you. But the moment you just announce, the moment they realize, they know that there's somebody, that's the time they start coming. And they will come in full force. You'll be wondering, but I've been with you here for years and you've never said this. Why are you now saying it now? Look, people love what people love. In other words, people love what other people already have. I have a car, but I feel like my neighbor has a better car than mine. I have a phone, but I'm feeling like my neighbor has a better phone than mine. You understand? That's how life is. You build a good home. After a few days or few years or few months, your neighbor builds his own. And now your wife goes out and is thinking like the neighbor's house or home is better than your home. And that's nature. So be very careful with your besties, boyfriends, friends, when you allow them to come near your life. You see, no matter how you say that you know how to control yourself, pressure from men might make you or put you in a situation without understanding or without knowledge, without intention. Sometimes you have to defend your relationship by staying away from things that might make you feel awkward or might put you in a situation. When your doctor makes advances to you, you have to be very intelligent, not to lose the doctor, but also not to lose yourself. Because your doctor knows where you are ailing and they know what they need to prescribe for you. But you should not permit them to start touching you, to start making advances that are not intended for treating you. Your pastor is a spiritual father. In fact, the most respected father in your life. What they say, we always take as a message from God. Imagine you wake up in the morning and your pastor is telling you that God spoke to me. God spoke to me last night and he was showing me that you're going to have this and that and that. But what God is saying that we need fasting and prayers 1 week, and we are going to fast in a particular place, maybe at my home, maybe in your home. He understands that your boyfriend, your fiancé, your husband is away. So he comes to your home that you are going for prayer and fasting for 1 full day or 2 days. And you're just like, oh, pastor said, and we have to do it. You are giving that guy a space, a chance, and an opportunity to do the bad things that he might be intending to do. I'm not saying that pastors are bad. I'm not saying prayer and fasting is bad. But as you organize that prayer and fasting, ask yourself, what are the security measures for us to do this prayer and fasting without putting ourselves in a place that might give us hard time? You see, lastly, I just want to touch on lecturers and lawyers. Some of the lecturers and lawyers, these are people that are winning you cases. Lecturers are going to give you some certificates. Because of lecturers, you get to graduate. You get some points. So lecturer might just push you to the corner and say that, you know what, even though you are performing well, but if you don't do this and this and that, you're not going to pass these exams. Better fail than to lose yourself in the hands of a hyena lecturer. You are lawyers because sometimes you are in a very tight place. You are in a case that without this guy, I'm not winning this case. Huh? And he pushes you to the wall. He tells you that, you're not going to pay me that much. I'm going to reduce my service charges, but at a certain price, a better price. A price that is between me and you. Nobody should know. That's how we always say it. This is just between me and you. But the moment you finish it, you don't even know how your husband will get to know this. You don't know how your fiancé will get to know this. So the best thing is to always be very prepared, be careful, and know when to say no, know when to move closer to them, and know when to run away from them. My name is Johngora and I'm a life coach. The best thing you can do for me if you're watching this video for the first time is to hit that subscription button. And remember guys, without the notification bell, you can never be told when I post a video here. So hit that bell so that YouTube can always remind you when I post a video here. You can also comment and like this video. That helps me to reach a lot of people and also helps me to know what is your views on the videos I post here. Keep smiling.